don't know, can't remember where that left off, but I'll just reread this. Well, I was responsible for screwing things up between us. I wish I had let him go sooner instead of just clinging onto him for selfish purposes. It was a very me thing to do. We just talked about him now. Mostly it sounds like you two are doing very well, really well, even if he's obviously not interested in you sexually. At least he finally has a friend again. I know he was feeling really desperate for one when he traded me for you. Oh, I'd smack her. I didn't know you're into those types of stories. They're not all them. Well, most of them are, actually. Shauna's answers are least comprehensible, but that's just because she's writing what I said in class, verbatim in places. I end up buffing everyone's marks up so much that the class average is a low 80. If everyone's having trouble, then that means it's my fault. No need for them to suffer for that. Sigh. Next morning. You guys are terrible at your test. Okay, I will be getting back your test at the end of the period. The class average was about 83, so good work everyone. For the last unit before the independent study and exam review, I'm going to give you something much easier than the last few have been. I know you're all exhausted, so now we're going to take a look at some short stories, specifically Edgar Allan Poe. Oh my god, I love his stories. It shouldn't take more than half an hour to read the first. Once you're all done, there's a couple questions that I'll put up on the board to answer, but they're all very straightforward. This isn't going to be strenuous. I let them go to reading. I'm really worried about this whole Taylor X Nolan thing. What do you think? I'd ask Kendall, but she just exaggerates everything. But, should I be worried? I don't know. I wish I could help you, but this is just a little out of my real understanding. Why is the music still so loud for me? Whatever. Out of my real of understanding, I can't say I have any experience with either boys or straight girls. What do you think? Is there really cause for concern? Did he say that? He's a hard boy to coax things out of. Don't worry about it too much. If he didn't want to tell you about that, you have to understand that he just tries very hard not to vulnerable, except to those people he's very closest to. Okay. Sleepy Kendall is sleepy. Everything sucks. There's a lot you don't know about me, Kendall. I didn't really have any intention of presenting this as being easy, but given the abysmal, I don't know why I can't read today, test scores, I think I need to restrain myself. They're clearly all struggling. As I copy out the easier questions I prepared last night, all I can think about, maybe this isn't my week at all, is all. Maybe it's just not their week. The class seems as stressed as I am. Well, I never did expect this to be an easy job. Prep period. Somehow in my prep period, as I found myself forced into the classroom again, got struck to that teacher who keeps using the office for frivolous things. Absolutely nothing to do. At least this time, I don't feel bad about spending the entire time checking up on my students and making it pages. It's not like I have anything better to do. Though I certainly wonder about the classes they're in right now. I'm pretty sure they should have better things to do. Crappy. Everything is crappy. What's wrong, bro? I just have to bring myself to do something hard. Shit sucks. He's gonna bring other with me. At least I'm not the only one whose class they chat through. Somehow it makes me feel at least a little better knowing that. But before I continue, I really should check the images, the messages, the indicators blinking one. No! This is something I really wanted to say in person, but, well, couldn't. Sorry, you deserve better. I've been holding on to you selfishly. I like you so much, but I didn't realize that part of love means letting the person do what makes them truly happy, but you're straight. This can't work. I've been a crappy person for thinking it could, and getting in the way of you and Taylor just for my own selfish whims. I'm sorry, really sorry. You should go back with her, like you obviously want to. I effed up, bro. Sorry. At least forgive me. I just want you to be with who makes you happy. Told you they would break up. I told you. There we go. I should be calm enough now. Only a little bit though. There's not really much to feel great about. What the heck's going on here? Next morning. My way to school is quiet as always. I'm really grateful that I'm not in the middle of a terribly busy neighborhood. I can just take quiet side streets over there. I arrive as early as I normally should. No surprise the classroom is empty. I get to clearing up my desk and getting my notes ready for class. I've been there for only a few minutes when there's a knock on my door. Strange, it's open. That never happens. I turn to look. Yes? So I turn to look as an unfamiliar woman walks in. Miss Yamazaki. Ooh! Who's this? Excuse me, are you Mr. Rook? The office told me I could find him here. That's me, John, but you have me at a disadvantage. What? Her temper seems sure. Oh. Never mind. How can I help you? I'm Ichigo Yamazaki. I understand that you're my son's homeroom teacher. Oh, so you're Akira's mother. Yes, that's right. Maybe you can explain something to me then. Does this school not have a strict policy about bullying? What? Yeah, of course. Then maybe you can explain why my son immediately locked himself into his room when he got home last night? And maybe you can explain why I had to deal with his poor boyfriend knocking at our door in tears. Do you just not care about bullying when it's gay students? Is that Mr. Rube? Because I am certainly not paying tuition for teachers to be homophobic. Whoa, no, please calm down. She was about to accuse me of being homophobic, and I know that Akira broke up with Nolan, but what does that have to do with me? I had no idea. For what it's worth, I thought Akira and Nolan's relationship was extremely healthy and encouraged it. But I'm not responsible for them breaking up. It's hard for both, but that's just part of being a teenager. It's out of my control. Do you know why they broke up, Mr. Reed? No, this is actually the first time I've heard of it. I can think of at least one reason why, but I can't admit to that. She never said anything to him in front of me. She never told me about her messages as far as I should know, but it didn't happen. Then maybe you should be paying better attention. Akira showed me a series of harassing messages that this girl Taylor had sent. It's completely unacceptable. And yesterday she cornered him at lunch to tell him that, quote, a fact like him could never make Nolan happy, unquote, and that he was being selfish for dating a straight boy. Can you imagine how hurtful that must have been? This is completely unacceptable. What are you going to do about this? She said, what? Okay, that is most definitely grounds for dealing with her. I'm shocked, as she seems to be. That's absolutely appealing. I never thought Taylor would stoop that low. I knew she would. That's far, far worse than I imagined. At least she was subtle in her messages, but that's appalling. I can't believe she'd Miss Yamazaki. You have my utmost assurances she's not going to go without reprimand. It's not acceptable. I promise you, ma'am, I will straighten her out. We do have a strict anti-bullying policy, and I'm personally shocked and offended by her actions. And that's the truth. I should hope so. I just want to make it perfectly clear, I don't want to be anti-agnostic. Akira likes you and says you're a good teacher. But if I ever hear about her doing this to either my boy or Nolan again, then she'll be expelled. I'll see to it personally. It's not okay. That's bottom line, Miss Yamazaki. Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. I have to get to work now, but I'll be keeping up. You seem decent enough. I'm sorry we had to meet under these circumstances. Me too. She turns to leave. Stop. Wait, Miss Yamazaki? She turns back to face me. Yes, Mr. Reed. How are they doing? Is Akira doing better? I'm glad you asked. They're back together, if that's what you mean.